So if you can get those, I recommend those. They're just a little bit more flattering with the fit and the pattern. I know we're all built very different in the chest area. We all want different support for different activities. They just do so good with the pattern on this line. It's very flattering. I'm so happy Gymshark brought out this line. I feel like it definitely filled a space that they needed filled. Hello my YouTube family. I have been a little MIA on here and I promise to be back very soon with some of your normally scheduled content. Hopefully even a little bit more. My house has just been getting renovated these last few months. It's been a lot of planning. I even currently have some people here working on the house. So please know if you have been watching me that I will be back. But if you're here for the Black Friday sale, this video is going to be all about that. This is going to be the Gymshark Black Friday sale of 2025. The sale starts November 16th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to include the other time zones on the screen. It's their biggest sale of the year. It's going to be up to 50% off site-wide, and then you can stack a code on top for an additional 10%. So you're basically getting up to 60% off site-wide. And if you're wanting to support me, my code is JustBe10. I also have done some previous videos, so I'm going to link those down below. Those are pretty comprehensive. I think like 20-25 minutes, but I'm going to be giving my updated opinions here. If you don't already know and you want to help ensure that you get some of your favorite pieces, get the Gymshark app, create an account, go through and heart your favorite items as you're browsing ahead of the start time, because when the sale starts, I believe it refreshes carts. So if you have stuff in your cart, it will refresh. But if you do create this wish list, when the sale starts, you can go in there, move these items over to the cart, and then quickly check out and hopefully get all the pieces you want. Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to be doing this video a little bit different, and I want to categorize these pieces by the line or by the collection, because each line or collection has a certain type of fabric. And of course, you know, we can't tell how the fabric feels through the screen. So I want to really kind of give you guys a good idea of maybe what fabric is going to work best for you. So then when you're on the site, you can really just use that information and then choose the pieces you like based off of your personal preference on how they look. So first up is Adapt Animal. I absolutely love Adapt. It's probably my most worn line in the gym. These just give the body such great shape in my opinion. The fabric is a little bit thicker, but it's still really stretchy and comfortable. So I'm never worried about any bit of sheerness showing through. Also, if you have a concern with texture, cellulite, these are going to cover that right up. Plus it has a pattern on top, which is really cute, but it's just not showing any texture. The waistband gives some good compression on the waist, and the leggings and the shorts do have a booty scrunch. They just do so good with the pattern on this line. It's very flattering. It makes the glutes look bigger, the waist look smaller, the way they do it. There's also two different Adapt Animal lines. One has Whitney's name on it, so it's like Adapt Animal Whitney, and then there's the Adapt Animal. With the Adapt Animal Whitney, I do really like those pieces. I like those a bit more than the just regular Adapt Animal, but I believe the stock on those is a little bit less. So if you can get those, I recommend those. They're just a little bit more flattering with the fit and the pattern. Other than that, the pieces I really like in these lines are the shorts, the leggings, the animal long sleeve crop, and the sports bra. There's also a lot of fun pieces in this line, like the animal long sleeve crop has a cutout in the back and also shows a lot of chest in the front. It's just super flattering. It really elongates your waist because the bust band is quite thin, which makes it, you know, just that bit more flattering of creating length. Also within the Adapt line, if you are not a booty scrunch girl, there also is the Adapt Fleck. Those shorts are a little bit shorter. They are like a 4-inch inseam. They don't have a booty scrunch. They're also super flattering. I love the print on those, but if you do like a booty scrunch and you want your shorts to be longer, then the Adapt Animal is more for you, sitting at a 6-inch inseam. Okay, so the next line I want to talk about is the Soft Sculpt. This has been my newest obsession. This fabric is so different. For starters, this fabric is extremely stretchy, extremely soft, very, very, very comfortable. I've seriously taken a nap in these. They are so comfortable, but these pieces are also so beautiful that I love to throw them on when I'm going out and running errands, maybe on a coffee run. I've even worn them to the airport and been in flight with them for 5+ hours. I also do work out in these. I just don't do super intense workouts. Like I'm not running in them. I don't want to do any exercises that are going to cause like some strain on the fabric. Like I'm not trying to deadlift where the bar is hitting the fabric. I also wouldn't do like belt squats where the belt's kind of hitting the fabric, because with this fabric being so soft, it also makes it more delicate. I'm so happy Gymshark brought out this line. I feel like it definitely filled a space that they needed filled. Like for starters, this line is very minimal. There's not a lot of pattern going on, but there's subtle contouring. It's also very nice neutral muted tones going on. It's giving very clean girl. It is very accentuating to the shape. It gives a beautiful silhouette. But even though there's not like a lot of pattern and it is very minimal, they have some really cool pieces in this line. Like there is this bralette that has little capped sleeves. It is so flattering on. You can kind of wear it down your shoulder. You can wear it pretty much, you know, like on the corner of your shoulder. But all of these pieces are very, very flattering, very comfortable, sit on the body, so nice. But even though this fabric is really soft, I never feel like I'm having to like yank it up or pull it up. Like it's not slipping down my body. Something they've done with the waist here, it really holds it in place. Even the fabric on my legs being very stretchy and very like slick, it's never sliding down my legs. Everything stays in place really nice. And I would know because that kind of thing drives me insane if I'm going throughout my day, going throughout my workout, and my clothes are just kind of like sliding around. So the pieces I really like in this line are the Soft Sculpt zip up jacket, the halter tank, both of the Soft Sculpt tees. One has a lower neckline and then one is higher up. The only difference is the lower one has a shelf bra, but both are so stunning. The Soft Sculpt flares, probably my #1 most recommended item from this line. They are just everything. Soft Sculpt leggings and the cap sleeve bralette. There's also a regular bra as well. Everything is basically stunning. Moving on to Everyday Seamless. This line is like the comfortability of the Soft Sculpt, but make it more performance and make it more durable. I love to gravitate towards these pieces when I'm really wanting that naked sensation. I don't want to feel like I'm wearing anything. Maybe I'm dealing with some bloating, period bloat. I just had an amazing meal. I don't want to be restricted in any way. This is the line that I gravitate towards when I'm wanting to feel and look good and not sacrifice any comfortability to get there. Waistband is still compressive, but I don't know. It's just so comfortable. The only thing I will say about this fabric is it is a little bit thinner. So on lighter colors, I do get a little bit of texture that can come through, or there can be some sheerness, but I just stick to the darker colors and I feel so good. I love the subtle contouring in these pieces. Like there's a really subtle under the glute contour that I think is so flattering. One of my favorite things to do with the Everyday Seamless is pair the Everyday Seamless leggings with the Everyday Seamless tee. It gives a beautiful silhouette. It just looks so good. So my favorite items in this line, there's quite a few tanks. They just do tanks super well. The Everyday Seamless tight fit tank. Then there's also the Everyday Seamless tank with shelf. They all look so good for your shoulders, but this one sets your shoulders on fire. Since it does have a shelf bra, I love to just not wear a bra with it and really let the straps and the shoulders just pop off. Another really favorite for me is the Everyday Seamless ribbed midi tank. This one has almost a soft square neckline and the straps kind of come in a little bit, which also accentuates your shoulders so well. I think it looks really good for the collarbone and the chest too. So good. I love to pair these tanks even with like a pair of leggings or shorts. I didn't used to be a matchy girl, but this line converted me. I love how form-fitting these pieces are, and then to wear the matching sets just looks so flawless. There's also this tube top that I'm currently wearing. So flattering. And lastly, there's also some Everyday Seamless flares. So that's it for Everyday Seamless. Let's get into Vital. With the Vital line, it has been around for forever. They've made a lot of updates and I love, but I will say it could be a little confusing for some people. There are now 3 different types of Vital lines. If you're looking for more OG Vital, specifically the Vital 2.0, it has now been renamed to just Vital Seamless. So that's your basic Vital. And then now there is also a Vital Sculpt and a Vital Warm. The Vital Sculpt is my personal favorite. They have made the fabric and the body a bit more stretchier, and the shorts and the leggings now have a booty scrunch. That's the main difference with Vital Sculpt. Vital Seamless, the fabric is still a little bit less stretchy, like the Vital 2.0 was, and it doesn't have a booty scrunch. And then the Vital Warm is very stretchy, no booty scrunch, and it's kind of got like a fleece interior. I'm gonna break that down a little bit more as we go through it. So Vital in general has a really cute, subtle polka dot contouring going on. It's very flattering. The waistband is the same between Vital Sculpt and Vital Seamless. It's nice and compressive. The fabric is like mid on the thickness, so it's not too thick, it's not too thin, which I love. It's great for, you know, not showing texture. I'm never worried about any sheerness with these pieces. Since it's been around for a while, there is so many colors. So if you like your colors and you are someone who, you know, you like one thing, you want it in all the colors, you have a lot of colors. My favorite items out of the Vital are the shorts. I love their leggings. I'm also a huge zip up jacket girl, and my favorite is from the Vital line. So I really do like just the regular Vital seamless jacket, but I also love the Vital Warm. It's just a little bit stretchier. It's kind of giving a little bit more of a cotton feel. It also has a little bit more of a sweater texture going on with the thumb hole. It's just really cute, but it's still great for working out, and the Vital Warm is just going to give you a little bit more warmth. There's also the tried and true Vital seamless long sleeve crop. It is more of a shorter crop, like it's not going to meet the top of your waistband, but they have all of the matching colors to go with all of your matching shorts and leggings. And then just a few more categories I wanted to quickly touch on that I just feel like Gymshark does no wrong. Like they really just excel in these categories. So basically they're sports bras. I have tried a lot of sports bras from a lot of different brands and they're not as comfortable. Gymshark does sports bras very flattering and very comfortable, and you know, just like they do have a lot of pieces and a lot of lines, they have a lot of different sports bras and I really feel like they're all great. I know we're all built very different in the chest area. We all want different support for different activities. We all kind of have different needs and want to be supported in different ways. But I just wanted to mention overall, you know, I think you kind of know what you want when you go to look for a sports bra. But I've tried all of their sports bras and I think they're all amazing. So I feel like you just can't go wrong with any of them. I know the minimal sports bra is very popular. It is very minimal. So if you have any chest going on, it's not going to be very supportive and it's going to show a lot of cleavage. But if you like the look of that, there is the ruche strappy bra, which I personally prefer more. That gives more support and more coverage. There's so many and there's so many different colors. Also, when you're choosing a sports bra for your specific needs and maybe you're wanting to match it to a pair of leggings, shorts, jacket, whatever, Gymshark is very good about creating colors and putting them across different lines. So if you like a certain sports bra, but you also like a different type of legging or short that is a part of a different collection, you can search the name of a piece that you like and other pieces from other collections, and even that same collection will come up with that colorway. So that's a great way to find things that meet your different needs. And then also their sweats. A newer sweat that came out recently with the soft sculpt is the Cozy Luxe. Those have straight leg and they have with the joggers with the cuff. I will say the straight leg is really long. I'm 5'5" and I'm having to roll them and wear my highest platform shoe when I go out in public. So I just want my short girls to know that, and my tall girls to know they're nice and long. If you are on the shorter side, I feel like the cuffed joggers will work great for you. They do have a little bit of length, so I do think you can get away with the cuff if you are 5'6", 5'7". I do feel like this is pretty standard across the board. A lot of their open leg sweats are longer, so that's great for, you know, our tall girls, our short girls. Hopefully they do start coming out with some shorter versions of those. A jogger I really like is called the Power Washed Jogger. It's like baggier and thinner. I feel like it gives some nice plumpness to the glutes and the hips when you're wearing it. It just looks so flattering. But just like the sports bras, when it comes to sweat sets, sweatpants, sweaters, I feel like Gymshark doesn't do it wrong. They do really well. And I feel like you can't go wrong with any of them. The only thing is just the height when it comes to the sweatpants. And then one last category that I do want to touch on, because I am such a huge zip up jacket girly, is the Lift seamless jacket. Is so amazing, especially if you're not wanting a collar when you have it zipped up. It also just does wonders for the girls. It gives you a nice little lift. Looks so good. It does things for my ego. Still check out the Vital and the Vital Warm jacket. And then also, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, Everyday Seamless has a jacket that I love as well. And the Cozy Luxe has a few different types of hoodies. They recently came out with a crew neck. There's like a cropped zip up. I think there's like a long line zip up, and there's also a hoodie. So definitely check those out. There's 4 different colorways and they are so soft and nice and fleecy. But that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Remember to create your wish list. You can kind of go through. I'm going to have all of these linked down below if you want to add them to your wish list. If you want to support me, my code is JustBe10. It means so much to me. And if you have questions, leave them down below. I will be sure to check and try to respond to all of those. I'm also going to be extremely active about this sale on my Instagram story before the sale, during the sale, doing like Q&A boxes. So definitely check me out over there. I hope you guys get all of the pieces that you want, and I will be back with a lot more YouTube videos coming here soon.